Hey everybody, Colin here with my co-host, my lovely co-host.
Oh, stop it. Thank you. Jamie. Hello. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather, so but I'm here.
We appreciate you.
We
appreciate you making time.
Nah, it's all good, man. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Just went to go see my cat. I probably should upload the picture so everyone can see my one-eared cat. I'll do that in a second. But so that's good. Just went to visit him at the vet. He's healing up nicely. As usual, guys, today's show is brought to you by Alloy Collectors. The website title is above me, uk.alloycollectors.com, where you can get one of these lovely 3D metal collectible shirts. They have them for a variety of teams, not just Spurs, even the other teams that we don't like so much, but they've got them. And with our code 2 sides, you can get them for 15% off. So think about that. If you're looking for a gift for somebody that's a football fan, they make a lovely gift. And guys, we've got 2 awesome guests joining us today. It's not Dragishin's brother today, but we do have the lovely Robbo. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, how we doing? All good?
All good, man. How are you?
Yeah.
I thought I'd better show my face. I didn't want to think after Sunday, I wasn't coming on no more. So I thought I'd better come in, show face, show humility. And we'll get into the game and what I thought about it. But I thought I'd better show up to let you know that I haven't got the ump or anything like that. I'm still around. But I'm all good. All good.
You're a good man, dude. You're a good man. Absolutely. And then maybe making his debut since the channel has changed a bit, we've got my buddy Nick, a.k.a. Beer Talk. What's up, brother?
How's it going, y'all?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Doing real good. So as you might have guessed, Nick, Robbo here is a Man United fan.
That's okay. We won't hold it against him.
No, we might make fun of him a little bit for the match.
Nah, that's all right.
And I guess we should probably address the elephant in the room. Today was supposed to be the Graham Roberts interview, but we got canceled on the day of, which is never fun, but it's okay. We move forward, I'm
gonna say I'm gonna do a little context. I messaged him first thing this morning just to double check that he's coming on, and he said yes. And then literally a little while later on, he said the club won't allow him to come on to do a podcast. So take of it as you will, but it's fine. We'll just find someone else. So we do want to let one down. So we're here. And it's good to be here, everybody. It's good to be here. Johnny Bethnal Green is in the house. He's saying, "Chin up, Robbo." We know that shit team feeling. We sure do. We sure do, man. So yeah, it's nothing we haven't felt before, my friend. So we're right there with you. Shall I tell you what I love about the Spurs fans, though, Colin? When Robbo comes on, he gets a lot of love in the comments. Like you think you get sick, but no, they like you, Robbo. So it's a good thing.
That's good to know. It's good to know.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't like Robbo? Robbo's a great guy. So
definitely a great guy.
It makes tons of sense that everybody else loves him too. But JBG, what is up, my man? And then Coach's Corner, who I feel like I should know your first name, and I'm mad that I don't. I'm sorry. I really dropping the ball, but he said just popped in to say big up and up the Chelsea. Speaking of them, I got one of their. You could purchase one of these too, buddy. They have a Chelsea one. So uk.alloycollectors.com. Use the code 2 sides. Help us while helping yourself. 15% off of one of these lovely collectibles, my friend. So So while we've got Robbo here, we probably should touch on the match. The match from the weekend.
Do we have to? Can we talk about something else? How, let's talk about, I don't know, anybody watching dancing at the weekend? No. It was tough to watch. It was tough to watch that the first 3 minutes, as soon as Van de Ven run through our defence, and I know straight away, I was watching it with my wife's family, and I was like, this is going to be a long game now. I said, I just had this feeling. And the first half was one of the worst first halves I've seen Man United play. But full credit to Tottenham. They played really well and made us make mistakes. And and it was compounded by the red card. We'll get onto that in a bit. But Tottenham were amazing. Tottenham were outstanding. One of the best Tottenham displays I've seen against one of the worst Man United first half displays I've seen. It was a very, very tough watch. But Tottenham deserved to win by more. Man United deserved everything they got. What annoys me is the stick that Erik ten Hag is getting. You guys will know this. When a team loses, the manager gets the blame. But the manager can't be blamed for people not being able to pass the ball in a straight line and pass to their own players. That's down to the players not putting themselves in the right positions or giving themselves the opportunities to put their balls in the right places. It was an absolutely shocking performance. None of those players had any aggression, and if they did have aggression, it was, I think it was for I can't remember what goal it was, but they just flew in and just no conviction in what they were doing. It was such a tough watch, and I'm still getting over it. And that's gonna haunt them. I think the pressure is unfortunately now on Ten Hag. If he loses the next 2 games before the international break, I do fear he's gone, and I don't think it's right because the players are not putting the ball in the back of the net. They're not convinced. They're not putting enough conviction into what they're doing, and it's really frustrating at the moment, and it's not good enough. And you can't blame the manager for that. And
he didn't just forget how to coach
fair play
overnight.
to Tottenham. No, exactly. He's done. Do you know what I mean? You don't become a bad coach overnight. You're exactly right. But the players, I don't know if he's lost the players. I don't know what's going on. But for those players not to be able to put a tackle in, give it some effort, pass the ball properly, pass the ball straight, play 1-2s, do all this stuff. It's not good enough for Man United players to be able to do that. And it was so disappointing because I was expecting Man United to really put the effort in at home, but it was just an awful performance in that first half. But fair play, like I said, fair play to Tottenham. They fully deserved to win that game 3-0 and more. So fair play to them. That's my rant over about the game.
I was going to say, right, because it's nice to hear a Man United fan talk that way, because every media outlet I've been watching, it just constantly saying how poor United were, and Spurs haven't been mentioned at all. And that's pissed me off because no one's praised Tottenham or how good they were. It was men versus boys. For Van de Ven, a 6'2" guy, the pace he's got running through, no one took him out. If that was me, I would have kicked the shit out of him if it was coming at me. But
He looked like he just gave up. Just like from then on, he looked like he was defeated the whole rest of the game.
It's the first 2 minutes of the game. You've got the centre back running through your team. Take him down. Let him know that he's not just going to run straight through the team, but he was just allowed to go straight through, and that's just set the tone for the rest of the game. It was just Tottenham put their intent straight away, first of all, of what they were going to do throughout the game, and so did Man United. Unfortunately for Man United, it was utter dross, and for Spurs, it was really good. And it was. I know I keep saying it was a tough watch. It was a tough 90-odd minutes that I just wanted to just go so fast, but it seemed to go on. I swear they played extra time, and that it just felt.
I was going to say it didn't last long enough for me, Robbo.
It lasted 87 more minutes than it should have done, to be honest. Once that first goal went in, but fair play to Tottenham, really good performance, thoroughly deserved, and Man United got some work to do.
But you guys will do it. I mean, I was going to say I don't think you guys' season's over or anything. There's plenty of time. But I don't think sacking Ten Hag is the answer. There's not enough good coaches out available right now. Who would come in? It's becoming a merry-go-round thing, sort of like Spurs have had, where you guys have had a lot of managers in a short time. And I just don't. I don't know who you guys would nab for the job if he was let go. So
I mean, to be fair, United, they just the name alone will draw in somebody. Somebody will take a flyer on it, but just
I was saying backstage, I reckon because Radcliffe, massive fan of Southgate, So it wouldn't surprise me if Southgate's going to go in.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Guys, look who's here. It's AJ.
AJ!
Hello,
What's
mate.
What's up, brother?
Hi guys, I'm good. How are you?
Good, man.
Yeah.
I figured you'd be awake because you're the man that never sleeps. So
I try to sleep. Sometimes it doesn't always pan out, but yeah, I'm wide awake, so that's all
Still
good.
watching the highlights, were you? Is that what it was?
And let's be honest. Let's be honest. There were many highlights. Maybe not if you're a United fan, but certainly for us Spurs fans.
JBG says that Ange high line came into its own and Man United just struggled the whole time. He agrees that those Man United players didn't seem to play with any balls. Would you agree, Robbo? Just no cojones from the boys.
100% agree. I think I don't know if Man United underestimated the way Tottenham were playing. They would think that they would go out and win the game. I'm not quite sure, but they wasn't expecting to be hit that quickly. And weren't ready for it. Like I said.
Goal, that early goal really did knock the life out of you guys. It was a gut punch that you never really recovered from, and
no.
Yeah,
and like I said, when that goal went in, I straight away was like, "This is going to be a long game." I knew straight away from the way Van der Ven just ran through the defense, and I was like, "Wow, if we're performing like this after 3 minutes, it's going to be a long ass game." And yeah, it turned out to be.
And then Mason Mount getting subbed on and then off was crazy to me. I thought that was wild. It's hardly, you hardly ever see a sub get subbed.
Well, he did take a big whack to the head and had blood streaming from his head, so that might have been a good reason.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Yeah,
This is why you don't mess with a Jackson.
Pretty gnarly.
Shit. Well, I didn't see the blood, so I apologize.
There was quite a lot. Radu.
Is he under concussion protocol now?
Yeah, I think it was a protocol sub.
Yeah.
Damn. Well,
so he has to miss the next game.
Soon.
Is that correct? He has to miss the next game now since he has been concussed. Okay.
He probably would have played anyway, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not a starter these days.
No, he's not a starter. So he probably would, yeah.
That's a shame.
From having a concussion, it's 9 days.
Okay, that's okay. I knew it was something. I didn't know exactly if it was
the international break.
Wow, bummer for him. And but as a Spurs fan, it's hard not to be happy. We needed a win. We needed kind of a statement win. It seemed like every time that we would get a win, people would say, "Well, it was only against so and so, and it was only against and so United is a team with a big name and a good team, a team that's right there with us. I feel like as teams go, we're pretty evenly matched, and so it was good for Spurs. It was good for Ange. It was good for the boys to get some confidence. But Robbo, I'm sorry, it had to be against your boys.
No. We had this conversation the day before the game. We said whoever lost the game was going to be under pressure, and it's turned out to be the case. I mean, although it was 6 games into the season, it was a must-win game. For either team, obviously you guys won it, so your lot can sort of move on now, take confidence from that. We've got to pick ourselves up and dust ourselves down and move on, and that's the beauty of the league and the Europa League. There's another game in 2 days' time to sort of right it wrong. Exactly.
Yeah. Who do you guys play in the Europa League?
Well, it doesn't get easy. We've got Porto away, and then we have Aston Villa away in the league. So it doesn't get easier, to be honest. But
maybe that's good, though. Maybe that's good because exactly. Sometimes playing an easier, quote unquote, easier team, the players kind of go into it with not a half-hearted attitude. That's not what I mean, really, but. Sometimes the players stroll up. They think, hey, we've got an easy win in the bag. This is just some no-name team. Maybe the fact that you've got 2 bigger name teams coming up is good for you guys. Maybe you'll see.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully they'll sort of, use the fact that, the big, like another big game to be right. We cannot have that performance as a memory. We have to go. We have to get rid of it and go and win the next 2 games. But I do think if we lose these 2 games, I think as the international breaks come in, I think they'll make a decision. If we lose these 2 games, I think he'll be gone. So we will see what happens with that.
I was going to say, let's just say he wins the next 2 games. Do you think he'll still go? Because I feel like they don't want him. I think the only thing that saved him last season was winning that FA Cup.
It's difficult. I think if he wins the 2 games, it gives him a bit more breathing space because he'll have the trajectory of going forward now. Because you can't. Do you know what I mean? If you win 2 games in a row, 2 tough away games, win those games away, it'd be seen as ludicrous to get rid of a manager after winning 2 games away in Europe and against a really good Aston Villa side. So then the international break comes, and then it's all about how we react after it. But after that, who knows? These 2 games are crucial now. They are absolutely crucial, and it's ridiculous to say that beginning of October. But these next 2 games are absolutely critical for Erik ten Hag to stay at Man United. Okay, and more often than not, you look at the FA Cup final last season. He was under pressure. He probably knew if he lost that game, he was out of a job. He got the players got him the result. He has this knack of when the pressure is really on of getting results. So hopefully we'll get it, but we shall see. We shall see.
So real quick, I just wanted to ask you. Oh, AJ, sorry.
The issue, that's all right, man. The issue you have if you sack him is there's got to be a plan in place. There has to be. You have to know who your next manager is going to be. You can't. The position you're in at the moment, you can't sack a manager, regardless of how poorly the team are performing. You can't sack a manager and then have someone come in as interim and then spend the next 2 months, 3 months deciding who you're gonna take, and then have them come in. It's your season will be absolutely dead in the water. You need a clear idea. And I mean, what do you think? Do you think that that's already happened? Do you think the board know what they want to do, what direction they want to go in? It's all well and good making the decision to sack him, but if there isn't a plan, you're cutting your nose off to spite your face.
Totally agree. I think in Ineos, they've made this situation harder by coming out and telling Ten Hag that, we were looking at other managers, but we've decided to keep you. That's he can go. So I think they've made things difficult by putting that out there in the summer. But yes, they have to have a plan in place. They have to have somebody in mind to do it. They can't just go to an interim manager and sort of plod along, okay? Because there's too much at stake at this time of the season. Yeah, you can't just plod along from October to December. You have to have some sort of plan in place.
And it's not Gareth Southgate. No Gareth Southgate. We didn't want him. I'm sure you don't want him.
Well, no, I was saying backstage to Robert, I was like, I feel like Ruud van Nistelrooy is doing a little bit of a dirty on him because he's not really supporting him as much. And he's going to take over from Ten Hag until they get him in.
I don't know. Like, I mean, Van Nistelrooy was like one of our greatest strikers, but what is he going to do that's different to where Ten Hag is doing? Do you know what I mean? We seem to just be, trying to be another, just buying all the players that Ten Hag has sort of managed in the past.
Do you think the tactics are the issue, really? Like, so if there was a direct change, you think it would immediately change they would immediately change tactics as well?
I don't think it's the tactics. I think Ten Hag has proven himself enough in Holland and winning a couple of competitions with Man United. Like we said, we don't become a bad manager overnight. Right. The players are not. And what annoys me and this is with all clubs, that they go through a bad period, the manager gets sacked, a new manager comes in, and all of a sudden, all of these players that have not put an ounce of effort in, or done any sort of decent, they'll go and win their next game 3-0 because of the new manager buzz. It's absolutely ridiculous. That winds me up that the first game under a new manager, all of a sudden you've got all these players running 10 kilometers more during a game, and all of this, they're putting much more effort in. It's like, why are you not doing that? You are paid all this money to put a shift in. Yeah, I don't go into work and think one day, actually, I'm not going to do so well today. I'm just going to take it easy today. I go in and put a shift in every day.
Sometimes I do that. I'll be honest. Sometimes I go in and I go. I'll just do the bare minimum today. But it's different. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid like those guys. It's a different thing. But I just wanted to ask you about the red card. Do you think it was harsh?
I can't wait for this because I've seen his TikTok today.
No, I don't. Like, I'm fuming. Like, I didn't think when I saw it happen live, I saw Fernandez slip, and I thought he's caught him. It's going to be a yellow card. I was absolutely gobsmacked when I saw the red card come out. When I saw the replay, and I was like, well, VAR will look at this and realise that Fernandez has slipped. They'll tell him to yellow card him. I think it's a yellow card challenge. When VAR didn't, I was like, okay, that's there. That's, two people. So you've got the referee and then you've got VAR deemed it a red card. Fair enough. That's fine. Today, to overturn the red card,
Wait.
I've gone on.
It was overturned, so he's not banned for the next match.
Nope.
No, so they've appealed it and they've got it overturned. So he's not got a 3-match ban. He's available for Villa on Sunday. And I went on TikTok and I did a bit of a rant. I was like, what is the point of VAR? What is the point of VAR? Yeah, VAR I can understand a referee making a decision because that's what he sees there and then. VAR have the opportunity to look back at it, didn't change it. And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, where all of a sudden he's overturned, now he's playing. It's absolutely ludicrous. What is the point of that VAR being in place? Yeah, I'm not going to say we'd have won the game because we probably wouldn't because we were that bad. But we'd have had a damn fine better chance of winning that game with Fernandez in the team, 11 against 11 in that second half, rollicking at half time. Then we go again. Yeah, but absolutely ludicrous that VAR didn't intervene, and yet 2 days later, you could appeal it. Successful. You're not banned anymore. No more red card. What is the point? It's absolutely ridiculous.
And it kind of knocks the feet out from underneath the ref as well. Like gives them less of ground to stand on.
Yeah.
Next time they make that call, because to me it was orange, if that makes any sense. Like it's a little harsh, a little more harsh than just a standard yellow. But I don't know. I thought it was harsh at the time. Well, okay, back up. I thought it was correct, and then I saw the replay, and I'm like, no, that's harsh. So,
and like I said, you can see why the referee has given it because of the way his leg has come up. You can see why the ref has given it, but the whole point of VAR is it a clear and obvious error? It should have been a red card. For me, no, because you can see him clearly slip, which then brings his leg up. Yes, he does try to catch it, but he's not going in to hurt him. He's trying to stop play because he's slipped. It just wound me up. And then when I heard the news today that he won the appeal to overturn it, I was like, no, this is hello there. I was fuming. I'd have rather them not won the appeal and just had the ban because it was just a ridiculous. It makes the point of VAR absolutely mute.
Definitely. I could definitely see that. Jamie, and from a Spurs perspective, I know that we just were happy to be winning, happy to, as a rival and during the match, that happens and you're like, hey, great. But looking back at it, Jamie, do you think that it was maybe harsh, or do you think
no, I think I'm like everyone else. When I first saw it, I was calling red. Like any tackle United did, I was like, just send them off because that's just maybe stuff. But no, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, that's a red. But then when you saw it again, I was like, oh, it's a little harsh. Like, is it even a yellow? Because it was just like a slip. But I'm glad it got rescinded. But I don't. Regardless, like when Fernandez was on, we were ripping them apart anyway. So I don't think it would have changed much. We still would have won 3 or 4.
Did they just change it from a red to a yellow, or did they just get rid of the card altogether? Because he did.
That's a good question. Does it count towards his yellow card accumulation?
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
It probably would. But I don't know. I don't think even the FA know. To be fair, because
what
they changed it.
Did they ever know?
Exactly. I want to get AJ's point on it.
Yeah, me too.
What, on the red card?
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been a red card. It was, I think the referee, he was too eager to card him. I think the referee had made up his mind instantly that it was a red card without even taking the slip into consideration. Then you've got VAR, as I've stated time and time again, VAR, all VAR is doing is ruining the game. It isn't actually being used to positively affect the game in any way, shape or form. Even something as rudimental as offside, they're getting wrong time and time again, and it's taken far too long to make the decision. It was a yellow card at most. And yeah, not that it changed the game. To be fair, they performed better with 10 men against us. With 11 men, we were all over them. They didn't have a shot on goal. We were battering them. It was relentless. So it wouldn't have changed the game. As a matter of fact, having 10 men probably helped them. But it was never a red card. And VAR, what is the point in having it if the VAR is not going to say to the referee, you've made an absolute dreadful mistake here? It was out of control, sure, but by slipping, it's lessened the impact. He's actually caught him with the outside of his foot, not the studs, and he's caught him on the shin. So, was he out of control? Yes, but that's because he slid. There was no malice in it. There was no intent in it behind it. So it's just a shit show all around, to be honest.
I was going to say, I want to ask everyone: do you think since VAR has come in, referees now have just got lazy because they know VAR are going to just do what they want to do?
I think so, but I also thought, sorry, my geez.
No, you got a little helper there with you, man.
I know. I'm sorry, y'all. No. So I thought that he was trying to make a statement right off the bat because it looked like that both teams were going into it with a full head of steam, like they were just really starting to get physical, like right off the bat, and I don't know. That was my, maybe that's what he was doing, but still a red, like, I don't know. So that was my thinking, that maybe he saw something and then was like, oh no, red, this has got to stop here. Otherwise it's going to get bad. But when I went back and watched it, I didn't really see anybody being overly aggressive or anything like that to perk his ears up to see that, or to think that. Does that make sense?
And
yeah,
no, definitely. And as a Spurs fan, and I'll be the first one to say that Bruno Fernandes is not my favorite player, to say the least. But looking back at it as objectively as possible, I also don't think that it should have been a red card. And Johnny Bethel Green here makes a wonderful point that they need to actually get some players, ex-players maybe, in the VAR booth. It wouldn't hurt to have some people that have actually played the game at a high level look at some of these things, look at some of these tackles, look at some of these calls. I think that's a good point, Johnny. What do you guys think about that?
I'm going to have to disagree on that comment now.
Oh,
and
all right.
Here's the reason why. If you get ex-players, a lot of the ex-players are still paid by the club, so decisions will go against them. So you need a non-biased people that come in.
That's a good point too. We got Robbie in the chat saying that he was glad to see him go, but that he agrees it was a piss poor decision. VAR should have overturned it for sure. Yeah, it was rough, and I don't want to talk about it for too long because I don't want to give Robbo PTSD, and go. But yeah, I feel bad that happened, but I'm still obviously glad that we won, of course. But yeah, what'd you have to do for your forfeit, Robbo? What'd you do?
Haven't done anything yet. So it's still up to sort of my TikTok followers to sort of suggest a forfeit, because I got 5 out of 10 right, but I have to get 6 or more. But yeah, just we have to. Haven't really got a forfeit yet. So if anybody's watching and they're following my TikTok, make sure they make a suggestion, and then we'll go from there. But I did say to Jamie the other day, send me a Spurs shirt, and I'll quite happily wear a Spurs shirt as a forfeit on this show. I can't bring myself to pay for a Spurs shirt. I'm not going to lie. But if you want to send me one, I'll wear it and I'll send it back.
I mean, we might just.
I've got loads of shirts.
Send him one.
Send me one over, and when I'm back in England after my holiday, I'll wear it, and then I'll wear it on the next podcast for you guys to see. So I'll be like, right, hold my hands up. I'll wear the shirt, and then I'll send it back to you, and then we'll go from there. So we'll sort that out after.
You can just change teams if you want. We're happy to have you.
Look, it's one of those things. No matter how much Man United upset me, that's it. I'm always there for them. So I had a lot of joy supporting Man United as a kid, and being punished for it now. So there we go.
We get it. Trust me, we totally get it. Ryan G in the house. Big up Ryan.
Go
Saying
Ryan.
smash the likes, people. If you're in here and you haven't hit the like, please do so. It helps out, as you guys all know. And it also makes us feel good. And so that's nice. A little click make me and Jamie's day. So yeah, go ahead, hit that
Cheer
like.
me up. It's horrible colds annoying me. So yeah.
You sound stuffy. You sound stuffy.
Oh, it's annoying.
You can use it. You can use a holiday like Robbo. You want to tell everybody where you're headed? They won't be able to track you down.
Me and my wife are heading off on holiday on Thursday. We are off to Egypt for a nice week's all-inclusive holiday. So a sunshine break. It's going to be nice and relaxing. Sit by the pool, listen to you guys. Hopefully join in. Don't worry, I will still be sort of connected as long as I get a good signal. And then I'll still be doing my TikTok videos from there as well. Nice little,
no doubt.
Yeah, little weeks all inclusive to Egypt is coming up. So very much looking forward to that.
Nice.
Sweet, man.
Egypt.
That sounds
man,
awesome.
That does sound awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Take some pictures, man. Take some pictures if you
there will be. Yeah, I'm very much a picture taker. I love taking pictures of when we go away. So yeah, they'll be definitely coming away.
I was gonna say it'd be nice for Rob, like TikTok on location, so different surroundings.
Yeah, exactly. I want to try and find a camel, and I want to try and do my next lot of predictions while riding a camel. So that's my goal is to do that. So
that would be sick.
Please do that. We will play it on here.
We will, absolutely. Guys, Chris Peters in the house. Big up Chris Peters. I always like to say Chris Peters was the first he was a Patreon supporter of the channel. Then he was our first member. Big up to Chris Peters. Appreciate you and your support, my man. Just finished modding on Adrian's channel, he says. Hopefully the show went well over there. I've been at the vet visiting my cat, so I didn't get to watch, but hopefully everything went good. Hopefully it was a good show. Always is over at Adrian's side of the side of things. So yeah, awesome, Chris. Good to have you here, brother. And boys, we've got a game coming up. This
Please
Thursday.
That team because
Ferencváros. It's probably close to that. That sounded right. That was how
we should
said
have.
the other day.
We should have snipped Alex him saying it.
Ferencváros.
Yeah, so when I Googled it, it popped up two different ways. But yeah, Ferencváros is how Alex Dragoshin said it on the show the other day. So I'm going to go with that.
I'm just going to say Hungarian, so it's easier.
I heard somebody pronounce it this morning, and I can't for the life of me remember exactly how it was. It was not how it looks, though.
Do you guys? I almost asked if you're worried. I'm always worried as a Spurs fan. So you can't take anybody lightly. You can't take any team lightly. I guess I'll put it this way. AJ, are you excited for this match? AJ?
Sorry. For what match? Oh,
sorry.
Our next match. Our next match in Europe.
Against Ferencváros. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an easy win.
Famous last words. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I think they only lost 1-0 the first game.
They have an Adama Traore as well. Is obviously a different guy, but
a big, strong, fast man. Oh, really?
No, he's like 5'9", $160. Whereas the English, the one that plays for Fulham, is like 5'11", 190.
He's a big dude.
But this guy's a good bit smaller and apparently he's super fast. He's like almost 30, but he's apparently super fast. That's all I know.
Right. We've got Super Van der Ven, take him out.
We got plenty of fast guys.
Because the problem is we've got no Dragoo now, have we? So he's out for 3 games.
That's true. That's true. That's a bummer. A big bummer. I'm just looking at. I'm looking at Ferencváros' last matches. They're doing great domestically. They lost to Anderlecht in the Europa League 2-1, but their Adama Traore scored in that match. I wish I knew more about these guys. Do you think so? Do you think we'll see some of the?
Well, it's quite an early one.
Oh wow, yeah, it is a little bit. Yeah. Do you think we're going to see some of the young boys? not the team young boys, but do you think we're going to see some of our young boys? Sorry, words are hard. I could almost not talk just there.
I hope.
But
we do.
yeah, Mikey Moore, Will Lancashire, maybe even some of the young defenders, except they're all out on loan, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of them out. I reckon Mikey might start. I'm hoping I'd want to leave Solanke off this one. I'd rather play Lancashire up front. Because I feel bad for him. Every time he's in the squad, he's just not coming on. And he's a guy that I'm really excited about. So,
wait,
is
Mikey
he fully
Moore?
fit?
Lancashire's fit. He's been on the bench for the past 2 games.
Okay.
He had that hamstring injury.
Yeah, I didn't know how serious, because those can be lingering. They tend to be. So I was.
Yeah, I'm hoping he gets a start, but obviously we need to go full throttle because obviously the way they've done the new league platform now, we need to finish in the top 8 to qualify guarantee, and then obviously you got the knockout stages, playoff bit, and then you're out afterwards. So yeah, but I don't want to see Werner. Sorry?
Yeah, I was going to say, look at this. Ryan G says, I don't even support Spurs, and I'm desperate for Moore to start over Werner. Robbo, what did you think about Timo Werner? You saw he played against you guys, had 2 clear-cut chances. He fluffed them both, but we've got a Heung-min Son that's been fluffing chances. People act like he would have been so much better, and he probably would have, but it's not like Sonny's been Mr. Clinical. But what did you think about his performance against y'all?
I think he's a super quick player. He's got in the right positions, but I think someone more clinical would have put those chances away with ease. I think it was the second one. There was a little bit of hesitation, and it gave the keeper to sort of give the chance to sort of get back into position to save it. So, but I think I do think a Heung-min Son, I think he finishes at least one of those chances, and they were 2 massive chances, and luckily it was in a game where you guys were cruising. You'd have been fuming if that was with a minute to go, and then to win the game. You don't want. I wouldn't if I want to win a game at the end of the game with a chance like that. I wouldn't want Werner taking at the top of there. I'd want somebody else in that Tottenham team having that chance to put that away. I wouldn't be confident in Werner doing that. It fell to the wrong guy. I think if that's Kulusevski or a Maddison, that's in the back of the net.
I wonder if he doesn't get very many more minutes between now and January if they recall him, because we absolutely won't need him after January. Because theoretically, I mean, Yang's coming in, Vuskovic is coming in on defense, but Richie should be healthy by then. We just and his spot could be used by Spence in Europa. Just say
that's true. I thought Spence played really, really well when he came on. I really like what I've seen of Spence. Spence looks great. Yeah. AJ, what did you think about Spence whenever he came in the match the other day? I mean, obviously a lot of the work was done by the time that he came in, or at least some of it. I think we were only 1-0 up, actually, maybe. But yeah, AJ, what did you think of Spence's performance, my man?
First, I'm going to buck the trend and just say that I think Werner played very well. He missed 2 gilt-edged opportunities, and I mean, Son has been missing those sorts of chances all season. To be fair, there's no guarantee that he scores, but he is a better finisher than Werner. Everything else Werner did was right. He committed the fullback. He constantly drove it in. The fullback didn't know what he was doing. Like for the entirety of the match, he used his pace to get in behind. He works well for the team. He did everything that was asked of him except for finish his chances. And at the very top level, you need to be burying those, at least one of them. So, I mean, I would have given Werner a 7 out of 10. I think he performed really well. But Spence, left or right, whenever he gets on, he's not put a foot wrong. It's good to know that he's performing so well at left back, considering right back is his position. So at least we now know that if Porro isn't available, then we've got Spence. He's ready to go, and he's been brilliant on the left. Let's assume that he's going to be just as good on the right. You've got that position pretty much covered. So yeah, I've been very, very impressed by Spence. I don't understand why he wasn't put in the European squad. I don't get that logic at all. That doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, that's why Ange's paid so much money to do the job. He makes the decisions. So I mean, we just all have to sit here and decide whether or not he's made the right one.
I just want to go back on the Timo thing now, AJ. What do you think it is? Do you think it's a lack of confidence, or he just hasn't got any belief in his ability? Because he does the hard work. It's just the finishing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely that. I mean, if you watch him play, I mean, not all the time, but in this last game, if you watched him, he actually did nearly everything right. He was in the right positions. He was picking up, making the right runs. I mean, Kulu found him time and time again. Madders found him time and time again. He's there. He's available. And if he's finishing the ball, if he's putting the ball in the back of the net, we're all saying, what a player, what a game he's had. 8, 9, 10 out of 10 performance. But he isn't doing what needs to be done in the final third. I mean, Brennan Johnson's doing it. Solanke's doing it.
But Johnson wasn't. You know what I mean? Johnson was fluffing those exact same types of chances that Werner's fluffing. He scores one goal, and then it seems to have all clicked for him. Werner, whenever he played in Germany, I forget what his goal scoring record was there, but it was something like 1 in every 2 games. I mean, he was for a while. Like he had a really, really, really hot spell in Germany, and I feel like you don't lose that. That doesn't just go away.
The difference between the two though is Werner's had his peak. Werner's been to the summit. He's been at his best, and he wasn't ever brilliant at his best. And I think he's on a decline now. If you look at him towards the back end of last season, well, before he got injured, he wasn't performing brilliantly. He hasn't got the confidence in his ability, and you need that. Even if you're at the top of your game, you still need to have the confidence. We've seen time and time again, Harry Kane, best striker in the world, Erling Haaland. We've seen them not score, not take opportunities that you would think they would be nailed on to take because their confidence is off, right? So even when you are that good, you need confidence. If you're not at that level, which Werner isn't, and your confidence is shot, you're not going to be taking your opportunities, are you? You're going to be flopping them left, right, and centre, which is what he's been doing. He's doing all the work, everything that comes natural to him. So picking up the right positions, making the right runs. He can use his pace to do that all day long. But when it comes to having that belief and slotting the ball into the corner, beating the keeper, dinking it over him, he's not doing it. Whereas Brennan Johnson, he's nowhere near his peak. For me personally, I still don't think Brennan Johnson is the level we need to take us forwards. I think he's a decent enough player, but I don't think he's the level we need if we want to be genuine contenders. I think we need to improve on that. But you can't argue with a player that's had the criticism he's had, the abuse he's had. He's taken it on the chin and he's come back and he has scored four great goals, 2 of them being absolutely crucial. And he's answered all the critics. He's performed in Europe. He's performed in the league. He's performed against a top 10 team. He's performed against a team the size of Manchester United. And every time he does it, certain fans move the goalposts. So I think there's more to come from Brennan Johnson. I think he's still to reach his peak. And unfortunately, Werner's been there. He's reached his peak and he's somewhere underneath that now and loitering on the periphery. I don't think we will get many goals from him, which is a shame because, I mean, he does work for the team, but if you're not performing, then your place has got to be under threat, right?
Definitely.
Wasn't he at the 9 whenever he was successful in Germany though? Because I remember that being one thing that he could fill in at striker. But I mean, we've always had him on the wing. But I don't know.
I think you
I'd
might
have to
be
go back
right.
and look.
No, but I had heard that, and I was gonna Robbo, if you're still there, I had a question for Robbo too. So we're talking about players that haven't been performing, and then a player in Brennan Johnson that wasn't performing, but then started to perform again. You guys have a player not exactly the same, but Marcus Rashford, a player that used to score goals for fun for you guys, was the main man. United in his blood. What's up with him, man? What's up?
So,
what do you think his future is at United is going to be? I mean, what's your take on Marcus Rashford?
One criticism I will have of Ten Hag, as well as others, is I think with Rashford. So he scored against Southampton. Then that got the confidence. He scored 2 against, yes, it was Barnsley in the League Cup. He looked like he was up for it. But the next game, he put Rashford on the bench. You don't drop a player that scores 3 goals in 2 games. I don't care who the opposition is. If you score 3 goals in 2 games and he started both games, you play him again. You keep that confidence going. I don't think Rashford, I don't think that's helped Rashford at all. He's a confidence player. I don't know if something happened behind the scenes with him and Ten Hag, which forced him to get dropped. But since then, his confidence dropped straight away. When he came on against Palace, he didn't look himself. It was difficult, and I think we had this conversation the other day. I think he needs to big up Chris for plugging me there. I think he needs to. I don't like to see homegrown players go, but he needs a new lease of life. And it shouldn't be a new manager. I don't want it to be a new manager because, like we had this conversation earlier, you can't just bring in a new manager and all of a sudden want to play well. You should want to play well all the time. But I think he needs something else. He needs, because when he's a confident player, there's not many better than him in the league. He's a quick player. He can score. He can dribble past people. He can cut inside and cross it. It just doesn't do it regularly enough, and that's why he's lost his. England place, and he's going to struggle to get it back because the amount of cheers Ryan for sub. That's why he's not going to get it back because the amount of players we have in his positions now. He's going to have to fight really hard to get that position back, and I want it to work because he's a local boy. He's from Manchester, born and bred up there. He's always wanted to play for Man United, and that's what you want. But he's got to get his head out of his arse and just perform on the pitch and be happy again. A happy Marcus Rashford will score goals, assist goals, and play well. But Ten Hag hasn't helped that over the last couple of weeks, I don't think.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I thought he was quite decent under Jose. Because I think, was it Jose that started him off, wasn't it?
I think it was Van Gaal. Van Gaal started him because we had injuries in the Europa League, and then but Mourinho sort of gave him the number 10 shirt. Put the confidence in him to sort of be that main man up front. And now look at him, his subs are going up. But Mourinho gave him the confidence to go forward and go for that. Even under Solskjaer, he played really well under Solskjaer. Who, by the way, this might be controversial. I wouldn't mind having Ole Gunnar Solskjaer back. We played well under him. We had a really good team. We played really good football. What messed Solskjaer up was bringing Ronaldo back. I know why they did it because they didn't want him to go to Man City, but we were finishing 3rd and 2nd in the league. We were getting to a cup final, cup semi-finals. We were playing good football, but bringing Ronaldo back ruined it for.
I think that was the problem. That's where Man United messed up drastically. I think they only brought back Ronaldo. I don't think it was because of the City thing. I think it's more like shirt sales and stuff like that.
Potentially.
Yeah, he was quality.
But with Rashford, I love the guy. I mean, for what he does. But like I said, he's got to get his head out of his arse. He's got to pick up and perform for the team. The team needs him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where he goes from here because he's too. Somebody said it a minute ago. He's consistent at being inconsistent, and that's not good enough.
Do you think he fell out of favor when he started hitting the nightlife hard? There was some stuff that came out around the same time he was losing starting positions. And he was supposed to be injured, but he was out with photoed with a whole bunch of girls around him and all this stuff.
Yeah. The potential is potentially the lifestyle. A lot of managers don't like. When they go out, especially just after games and things like, especially after you lose a heavy game and you go to a birthday party or something like that. Managers nowadays absolutely hate that stuff, and you've seen what Ten Hag does if a player falls out of line. He did it with Sancho.
Yeah.
And I think Rashford is probably having that as well. But I don't know.
That's kinda what I was
I really
thinking.
struggle with Rashford.
Yeah, I was thinking because a
A pint delivery,
Sancho.
Bravo pint delivery. Love it. Love it, Robbo.
Hey guys, I got to take off. I have to go to practice for my son. So it was great to meet you guys.
Let's have you on soon, man.
Cool.
Please come on. Please come on again, buddy.
Maybe I'll come on my channel sometime. It'll be
Let's
fun.
do it.
Oh, 100%.
All right. Speak with you soon,
See
buddy.
you guys.
All right,
Thanks,
cheers, man. Thank you.
Bye. Cheers.
Later, bud. I'm gonna get his channel up in just a second, but guys, that is my buddy Nick, big time Spurs fan from Arkansas here in the United States. But yeah,
is he part of the Arkansas group that what you guys have, like every continent have?
Oh, like a supporters group?
Yeah.
He's actually trying to get one started. He just got the paperwork from the club and is working on getting one started. There's a bunch of supporters there, but no official supporters club as of yet.
There was a guy that I was just going through stuff today. He just drives a van with his wife. He's an American guy. I can't remember what his name is. I think it's Nick, maybe. They do like all supporter groups.
Cool. That sounds fun. Sounds fun. AJ, we haven't heard much from you. I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to neglect you down there, buddy. And actually, I say down there. We're next to each other. We're side by side.
Roommates.
But yeah, man, there was a comment that was up a little bit further that I wanted to touch on. And it was about Mikey Moore. And it's from my boy, Johnny Bethnal Green. And he said that he thinks Ange is bringing him in slowly, so the pressure of him starting is down to a bare minimum. What do you think about that, AJ? Do you think that's the case? Do you think Moore's ready? I mean, to me, he looks like he's ready. He's ready to do the damn thing. Like I think he could come in and perform and contribute. But I don't know.
He's a super talent. He's a brilliant young player. He's done it at youth international level. He's done it at youth level for club. He is a truly great young player. But you have to, we've seen it time and time again, not just for Spurs, but for many other clubs, where these young starlets are just chucked in the deep end, and some of them don't hit the ground running, and then they just fade away. And they never lived up to their promise. They never, made the most of their opportunity. And then you get some that do hit the ground running, but then another club will come along, snap them up, and then they're put out to pasture because, they haven't got the ability at that young age to rival your top talents for these teams. So they're playing backup and they're not getting the opportunities. So you have to manage these players in the right way. I like what he's doing with Moore. He's introducing him slowly. He's giving him minutes. I would like to see him playing more, but definitely he needs to be given his chance. And I think from what I've seen at youth level, from what I've seen in pre-season, when he gets his opportunity, especially with the team the way they are now, everybody is absolutely pumped. The last 3 results, especially the one at Old Trafford, I mean, that's going to have done the confidence of the team and the manager the world of good. So yeah, I feel that he's going to be getting more and more time now, and I think that when he does, you're going to see some absolutely stand-up performances from him because the boy has got bags and bags of talent.
And at multiple positions. I mean, he's so good that he's not just locked down, I don't think, to one position. He's kind of a utility knife player. He can slot in just about anywhere. What's his best position? I know that's embarrassing for me as a Spurs fan to have to ask, but I don't even know. Midfield, somewhere in the midfield?
He can literally play as a striker. He can play on the left or right wing. He can play in behind in that number 10 role. He can play any one of those positions.
That's awesome. It's good to have a player like that. But I think for his own sake, he's going to have to nail a position down and make it his, because we've seen so many players that can do that, but then, kind of fade away because they never really play one position long enough to become like excellent. Eric Dyer comes to mind. I know it's not a great example, but I think players that don't have a nailed down position, I think sometimes it does them a disservice. I don't know, if you were a manager, AJ, where would you play him?
It's difficult because we know Ange likes players that can play multiple positions.
True.
He likes that in his players. Obviously, that's one of the requirements. One of the main requirements is your attitude's right. Another is that you want to actually be here, you want to play for the club, and then another is that you can play multiple positions. So the way he plays, I would like to see him on the wing because we don't have anybody like him. He's got very, very, very good close control. Dribbling, he's very, very good. I mean, just watch him. Watch some of the highlights. Watch him for the England. I think it was under 17s. I think he scored 2 or 3 goals where the ball like sticks to his feet, and it's not one of these. He's not a Ronaldo where he has to hit the ball forwards about 10 yards and sprint onto it. He's more, and people are going to probably go mental at this, he's more of a Lionel Messi sort of dribbler. That close control, the ability to dribble in and out of people. Yes, I did compare him to Messi. I didn't say he's like Messi. I said he's similar with his control and his dribbling ability. It's just that, and I like that. I like that ability to be able to dribble in and out of boxes, because if you're doing that, if you've got the ball at your feet and you're dribbling between players in the box, one wrong move and you've got a penalty. Yeah. So I want to see him utilised as a winger, and I think that's where he will be, because Kulu's on fire at the moment. Kulu is on fire. He is not going to lose his place as a 10, is he? Nor is Maddison. Maddison's performing, and on the wing is where we're short. I mean, Werner's performing for the team, but he's not performing at the level where he's going to be winning you games. He's not going to be getting the goals. So his position's under threat. Son has he's not been putting up the sort of numbers that he should be. His last game for us before he got injured was a good game, very good game, but he's not getting the goals that he should be getting. So his position's under threat. Odegaard is the only winger we've got that attacks his ball back regularly. He's out injured. So all we have as a nailed down first team starter on the wings at the moment is Johnson, and he is performing. But as we've seen before, there's plenty of times when he isn't getting assists, he isn't getting goals. So that's definitely a position where we are light. So I think if it was me, if I was making the call, he would be utilised as a winger, and I think that is what Ange is going to start doing, because it's an area of the pitch that we're short at and that he can add to. So that's what I would do.
Yeah, especially with what you're saying, with Kulu being pushed centrally, and I think that he plays so well there. God, and it's cool that the fans were calling out for that for so long, and it's actually worked. I mean, a lot of times fans think that they know exactly what needs to happen when they don't, but this time the fans were right. Kulu's looking like a god in the midfield, but that does leave us one more winger short. So yeah, good shout, AJ. And you know what, AJ, for that,
well, you've got. How do you pronounce his name? Min Hyuk Yang, whatever his name was.
Oh yeah, Min Hyuk Yang.
Yeah. So I was looking at his stats just now. That he's played 30. He made 31 starts in the league over there. He's already got 9 goals and 4 assists. He's only 18. I'm so excited about seeing this kid come in, and he's a winger as well, so he can play in the front three. So I think he's definitely going to give more run for his money. But no, I'm looking forward to seeing more. Like what AJ said, he is quality, and he done really well against United. Anyway, it's just a shame that shot didn't go in from the side.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. That would have been an insane goal for him to have scored, against United of all teams. But Ryan G saying, to be fair, that he played centrally at Juve. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That Kulu played centrally at Juve behind Ronaldo, of all people. Ryan G says, sound gone, or is it just me? I think it's just you, dog. I can hear you guys. Let us know in the chat. Oh, Ryan says it's back. Okay, good. I was
Sorry, guys, I just want to ask Robbo a question because obviously we just come back onto Spurs quick. Would you get rid of Rashford for next season, and who would you bring in?
Yes, I think it's like I said, I think it's time for him to go. But it's who the thing is, Man United will always be Man United. People will want to come and play for Man United because it's Man United. But will they want to play for a club that are not at the peak of what they should be in the league? Do you know what I mean? Like this last 18 months in the league has been nowhere near good enough. And although players want to come to Man United, will they want to come and play for a team that's not challenging in the league? I don't know who would, sort of. Maybe we could get rid of Rashford, put Garnacho on the left, and then we'll sign Kulusevski and play him.
No, shut up. No. You can't
Very nice when asking him a question about United, and then he's trying to pinch our player.
I know. I like that.
Oh man, I'd be gutted if Kulu left.
Guys, real quick, can I have everybody? For one, I hope nobody's squeamish. It's not too bad, but totally off topic here, guys. We've gone from football to my personal life. But everybody, please spare a thought for my cat. I'm going to pull up a picture. I went to go visit him at the vet today. He had surgery. He had a surgery, and look, check him out. He had to have an ear removed.
Wow.
And yeah. He's doing great though. He's a trooper. His name's .com, like a website. But yep, there's .com, and he is going to be the one-eared wonder from now on. But yeah, everybody, spare a thought. He's not eating at the vet. That's why we went to go see him today. They couldn't get him to eat, so we went to go hang out with him for a bit. Hopefully he gets to come home tomorrow. But yeah, everybody, spare a thought for mybuddy.com. Just thought everyone might find that kind of interesting. I didn't know what to expect. They said they were going to remove his ear, and I guess that's what I should have expected. But when I saw him, I was like, holy shit. So yeah, everybody, send goodthoughts.com's way, everyone.
Bigup.com. Get better. Bigup.com.
You're a good man, Robbo. You're a good man. Look at this, Ryan G. Thoughts are with your cat, Colin. Love you, buddy. You're a good man. Sorry, I got us way off topic. Super derailed there. Whoa, and Chris Peters says my cat has had one leg removed and 2 ears removed due to cancer. I'm sorry to hear that, man. At least .com's not alone with his earlessness. Maybe our cats can be friends. But yeah, big up Chris Peters. Big up. And Ryan says he's got 4 of them. I've got two indoor. Jesus Christ, words are hard. 2 indoor cats, 2 outdoor cats. So I've got 4, but the outdoor cats kind of they don't really live. I mean, they just live outside. They're not mine per se, but I feed them. But so spare a thought for my cat. Back to football. If you thought if Rashford was going to go anywhere, I think we've talked about this a bit. But where do you think a good fit for Rashford would be? Because I know that he's a player that you do like, Robbo. That you've got. Yeah. I know you've got a soft spot for Rashford. Where do you think a good spot for him would be?
I don't think he would go anywhere in England. I don't think he would play for another English club. I think Man United's in his blood. I don't think he would want to play in the Premier League against Man United. So a lot of players go to Germany, like English players go to Germany. So that might be an option. I know PSG have always been interested in him, but they're not quite the same team as what they were a few years ago. Do you know what I mean? Mbappe's gone from there. Obviously Neymar, Messi, all of those players are now gone. So that's not the pull as it was. I see him going abroad. Enjoying his life. Maybe enjoy the lifestyle over there as well. Maybe somewhere like I said, Germany or Spain, where he can enjoy himself like he wants to and play good football as well, and that'll get the best out of him. But yeah, outside of England, I think he'll go.
I was going to say because I feel I could be making it up. I'm sure I read it somewhere. I think wasn't there talks like with PSG at one point that he was going to go over there, because I think that'd be a good fit. Even though they lost today, Like, to be fair, Arsenal were dominant. PSG was just looking shocking. I think he'd fit in quite well over there.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Potentially PSG. But yeah, like I said, I don't think he'll go to another club in England. I think he'll be that typical, one club man, will not want to play against his club, like a Gerrard, like a Kane, for example. Do you know what I mean? They want to play away from the country that his club's from. But yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, we had a one club man. He left us.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. And look where we are now. I don't think we're all that much worse off for it. And I guess that's a nice jumping off point into Dom Solanke. I've heard a lot of people say, even after his recent performances, that some people were calling for him to make the England squad, and some people I've seen on Twitter saying, "What, off of 3 tap-ins?" With that, I say, tell me you don't watch Spurs without telling me you don't watch Spurs. He does so much more than tap-ins. His pressing is insane. He runs and runs and runs, even though I don't even think he's fully up to speed. I don't think he's as fit as the rest of the team are. He didn't get the preseason, with everybody else. So everybody here, I'd like to know your opinions on Big Dom Solanke.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go Jamie. Go, Jamie.
So I'm with AJ on this one because I got quite rattled when people kept going about, oh, he's just a tapping merchant. This is why I had to put a video up earlier on of the runs that he was doing. Like, he works his arse off for the team. And like, if we got the Tonys or anything like that, they wouldn't be closing him down. A tap-in's a tap-in, a goal's a goal. I don't care how it is. If it comes off his arse, it still counts. So, and I don't think he's at his peak yet. Because what is he, 27 or something like that? So there's still, and there's loads of games to play. So he's definitely going to hit 15 goals this season because he's on 3 and 3 at the moment. So
that is correct.
I think he's quality. He was a guy that I wanted. You can talk about the price tag as much as you want, but at the end of the day, it's not up to him who does the price tags. He's come to Tottenham, and he's in the perfect system to fit with Ange. So yeah, that's just my take on it. I'll let you go, Rob.
I like Solanke. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I'm with you. I don't care if school tap-ins. It means you're in the right place at the right time. Do you know what I mean? Like we said earlier, Van Nistelrooy was one of the greatest tap-in merchants of all time. Because he knew where to be. Shot would come in, keeper would save it. Boom, tap in. Yeah, he's in the right place at the right time, and that's what you want from your main striker. You need to be in those right places at the right time. He will score goals when he gets put through and smashes it in, and he will score a worldie from outside the box. He's got that in his locker. But what you want from your striker is being in the box at the right place at the right time. Like the goal against Man United, the corner came in, it was headed in. You want your striker in that 6-yard box to poke it in, right place, right time. That's what you want. If he scores 20 goals like that, your lot will be successful. He'll be successful. He'll be in the England squad. Happy days. He's just got to keep doing what he's doing for me.
I agree. Do you think he's going to get called up for the England squad in the next week?
I think he should do. Even if it's just like I said, these Nations League. I know they are classed as competitive games, but they're good games to use the squad. But yeah, I think he should do. I think he'll probably be 4th in line behind obviously Kane, Watkins, and I don't know. Well, I don't know. I presume Ivan Toney won't be in the England squad because he's in Saudi Arabia. So maybe he's in 3rd in line in the strikers list for the squad now. But I'd be very surprised if he doesn't make it in the team. Big money moves to Tottenham. He's scoring some goals. But yeah, so I'd be very surprised if he's not in the squad.
No, I
hope you're right. Yeah, AJ. And if you guys could take over for just a second, I'm finishing something up here on my end, but I'm still here and can still tune in. But Jamie, you are in charge.
Oh no. Okay.
Solanke. I don't know where it changed. I don't know at what point scoring a goal for your team was all of a sudden not enough. I'm lost. When was scoring a goal and winning a game not enough anymore? Since when have you got to beat every single player on the pitch and hammer it top bins for it to count? let's look at Dom Solanke, right? He scored 3 and 3. Yeah, they're okay. He scored tap-ins, but he still scored them. And they're goals that we wouldn't have had last season because we didn't have the player in that position to be scoring the goals. And it's not just the tap-ins, it's the work he does for them. That goal against United, rewatch it, watch it back, watch it time and time again. He's the only player, Spurs or United, that gambles on that ball coming. He's the only one going forward, assuming, thinking that there's going to be a knock on and he's going to convert it. The only one. Against Karabag, he pulled the defender towards the out from the box, spun in behind him to create space. That was an intelligent run. The keeper scores it, he's then tapping it home, right? It's not just as simple as, oh, I'm stood in a box, the ball's hit me and it's gone in. There's intelligence in what he's doing. We scored the second goal because Dom Solanke wins the ball, headers it onto Brennan Johnson. Johnson goes down, crosses the ball, Kulusevski converts. He's affecting the game all over. He's dropping into midfield, winning the ball, breaking up play. He's in the box, winning the ball, defending at the front post. He's all over the pitch. When he's got the ball, he's drifting out to the left to create space for his team in the middle. Dom Solanke is a workhorse. The reason we're pressing so well, the reason our press is so effective is because of him. It wasn't this effective last season. Everything Dom Solanke is doing is having a positive effect on the team. As a striker, you need to be scoring goals. He is doing that. If you're not scoring goals, you need to be affecting your team in a positive way, assisting, creating space, getting your teammates into position to affect the game. That is what he's doing. What more could he possibly be doing? He could get 5 in 5 and people will be like, no, still, he hasn't scored 20 yet, though, has he?
It's not a curler from 40 yards out.
It's exactly the same with Brennan Johnson. It's a whole lot of nonsense. All of a sudden, scoring goals doesn't mean scoring goals anymore. Apparently, 40-yard rockets are worth more. If you score 1 goal, but it's from your own half, that's worth that. You win the game with that, right? It's absolutely ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. A goal is a goal is a goal. If you score a goal when you win the game, job done. As I said, it doesn't matter whether it comes up your face, your arse, your testicles. It's a goal, right? If it goes in the back of the net and the ref deems it not to be offside or a handball, it's a goal. Stop complaining. Stop bitching. Stop looking for any excuse you can possibly fathom to criticize or critique or fulfill your narrative that we shouldn't have bought this player because he's not good enough, and just accept the fact that we scored, we won, job done.
I was going to say, do you think it's people are just some fans are just unhappy because it's not the player they wanted, so they just want to jump on any person they can?
100%, absolutely that. Yep. Yes.
A lot of it is snobbery. If his name wasn't Dominic Solanke and it was Dominique Solankeski, people would be going mental about him, about how brilliant this man is. Because we signed him from Bournemouth, people are like, oh no, it's not worth it. 65 million, not worth it. Look at what he's contributed to the team. Look at our stats. Look at our stats as a pressing team from last year to now. We've come on in leaps and bounds. Why? What is the difference? Because we play the same way. We're playing the same style. We're playing the same tactics. We're doing exactly the same thing we did last season. Why is it more effective this season? Because Dominic Solanke is the spearhead. He is the point. And the stats back that up. So just people need to climb down off their high horses and just accept the fact that we bought a player that's doing well. He might not have been the player you wanted. He might not be the player you think is good enough. But at the moment, he's performing for the team. So just be happy with it. Like, stop looking for excuses. Stop looking for reasons to slam him. It's absolutely stupid.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was going to say, about Solanke or Hoyland.
Oh, good question. That's a good one. That's going to be tough for Rob.
Yeah, we did this on Saturday when me and Cole did our combined 11s. I got a little bit of stick for going with Højlund over Solanke. I do still, maybe I'm biased. I do still think Højlund over Solanke. I do think Højlund's a slightly better finisher. But obviously Højlund, I think Højlund's still quite young. I think he's only 22, 23. So he's about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years younger than Solanke. I might have to check that. But me being biased, I would go for Højlund over Solanke. Only just Højlund is very much a confidence player. He proved that last season. He didn't score in his first 10, 15 Premier League games, and then went on a run of scoring 6 in a row. But I agree with AJ in regards to Solanke. A lot of people see the price tag and see where you bought him from, and they're not happy with. It's not the big name that you want to come in. 65 million from a club like Bournemouth is not what people want. They want a big name player, and that's why people get on their high horse in regards to it. So I do agree with that.
We got Alex Jones in the house saying that Van Nistelrooy also scored some absolute bangers. Solanke is nowhere near. I don't think anybody is saying that he's the same player. And I also don't think we've seen everything that Big Dom's going to have to offer. I think he's going to score some goals that aren't tap-ins for sure. I mean, if you watch some of his goals from last season, they definitely were not all tap-ins. The guy's got it in his locker, I think, to score all kinds of goals. It just so happens that the way that we play, the way that we set up, the way that we look to score is with low crosses across the face of goal. And those, how are you going to score from that? Well, you're going to tap it in, I think that I think the style of play has a lot to do with it. I think that we look to create those types of goals. So yeah, that's just my opinion. And for the chat, guys, Solanke or Højlund, who are you going to pick? Who would you have? Just want to get the chat's point of view on this. Ryan G saying that Alex is right, that Van Nistelrooy scored some absolute crackers for sure. You can't deny that. But I think it's, how old is Solanke? I'll have to look it up. Let me look this up.
I think he's 27.
Yep, you're right. 27. Okay. He's not a young buck. He's definitely not a young buck, but I think they're still
prime. But I just want to go back to Ryan because obviously he said something bad here. He said Højlund. So I want to know why Højlund over Solanke. Oh, he's taking Solanke over now.
Oh, okay.
That's because of the age. So that's a fair point.
That is true. Yeah, there's quite a disparity in the age there. I think Højlund's a great player. I would like him at Spurs. I think he's going to only get better. Hopefully Højlund can take over Haaland. I'm not a big Erling Haaland fan. I would love nothing more than Højlund to become a better player than him. Do I see that happening? No, but I would. I would
say, Ryan, just for you, Solanke over, was it Kuna? Is it Kuna? Is that the Wolves guy? Kunha? The Brazilian guy. Is it Brazilian?
Dude, I don't even know. I don't know anything about Wolves.
I can't remember his name. I think it's Kuna, whatever his name is.
Kunha?
Is it Kuna? Yeah. That guy.
Kunha? Yeah. Him or Højlund?
No, him or Solanke.
Oh, him or Solanke. Okay. Yeah, let us know, Ryan. Let us know. Ryan G, though, yep. So he's saying that Højlund's 21. Robbie boy, the man, saying Solanke all day long. Ryan G saying different players, man. Cunha's more of a 10. So who's you guys' main striker this season, Ryan? Let us know, because I just am ignorant and don't know. And I would like to know. I'm never the guy that's going to pretend to know a player that I don't know, or you know what I mean. You can't fool me. You're not going to fool me with a pretend player. So not that that's ever happened to anybody that we know, but you're not going to get me.
I was just going to say quickly as well. Sorry, Colin.
No.
Robert, Rashford or Solanke?
Is this to me?
Yeah, Rashford or Solanke.
On current form, is Solanke all day long, because Rashford, I just don't. Yeah, if I was to pick a player to play for a team that I wanted to play well and give me a performance, you would go for Solanke. Solanke's going to put a shift in. Rashford is not confident at all. He's not got anything about him at the moment. So for me, as much as that pains me, because obviously, like I said, Rashford, local boy, Man United, but yeah, you'd have to go for Solanke over at the moment where they both are, you'd go for Solanke over Rashford, I think.
Would you drop Rashford at this moment until he starts to get back into form? Because obviously with Spurs, Ange hasn't got a problem dropping someone, but Ten Hag, I think he likes to keep the names up.
So it's difficult because if you drop him, how's he going to get his confidence up? Do you know what I mean? Like he had his confidence for 2 games, and then he got benched. For what reason we don't know. I think if you he's not an impact player. He doesn't come off the bench and play very well. He's not like a like a Solskjaer was back in the day. All these players that come off the bench and play really well. Because they want to make an impact. They don't really do that. But he has to keep just playing. He has to just keep trying. But eventually, the manager will be like, "Look, you're not playing because you're not performing. We'll get Garnacho, we'll get Ahmad in there." You know what I mean? And it's a difficult one because how can you breed confidence in someone if you're not going to play them unless you give them a chance to prove a point?
Very true. Very true. Chris Peters is saying big up to you, Robbo, and he wants Jamie and I on your channel. He says to get us on. We'll get your channel,
I need to figure out how to do some stuff on my lot like you guys are doing now. So I'll have to sort of pick your brains in how to get all this stuff going and get my own sort of stuff going and that. So we'll have to have a chat backstage in regards to how I can start getting all of the stuff that you lot get doing and start building from there. So it's definitely something that's in the pipeline. It's definitely something that's going to happen.
No, we'll definitely help you out, man. If you need some, Colin's a technical guy. I'm just a guy that just turns up, really.
No, we're a team. We're a team.
We are a team. Yeah, no, we both put the effort in. So, and that's why you guys are here. But no, any help that you want, Robbo, you can just drop us a message.
I appreciate it. On that note, I am going to bid you guys goodbye. We've got an early start in the morning. Obviously, got a bit more packing to do tomorrow, ready for the holiday on Thursday. So I am going to bid you guys goodbye. Thanks again for having me on. Honestly, I love being on this show. And I will see you guys when I'm in Egypt. And I'll pop on and give you guys a chat and see how we're getting on.
Have a wonderful time, my man.
I appreciate you coming.
No worries.
Have a good
Cheers,
time,
guys. All the best. Bye-bye.
Later, Robbo.
Bye-bye.
Everybody, make sure that you subscribe to Robbo. I'm going to throw up his link again. The lovely Chris Peters put it in the chat earlier. I just need to locate it. There's been a lot of chat since then. 1 second. Close. There we go. Follow Robbo here. There's his YouTube, and his TikTok is the exact same. It's Robbo Reacts, just like that, but it's TikTok.com instead of YouTube.com. So
yeah, I think he's nearly at 2,000 on TikTok because I watched his video today because he went on a rant about the Ronaldo Fernandez card, and I just thought it was hilarious. So,
it is weird that it did get rescinded. That's very strange. But I mean, stranger things have happened. It's the Premier League. When is there ever a refereeing decision that's not controversial?
So I just got to read this out because obviously my wife's in the other room, and her family's from Manchester because they're from Manchester. So she calls herself a man Spur. So she's a both. So she's joined us. It really irritates me that she says man Spur.
I like it though.
I know you can hear me. So, but yeah.
Nice. Good stuff. Ryan G is weighing in on the challenge. He thought it was a yellow personally. Yeah, we've all kind of weighed in, and we sort of agree with you, Ryan. But I will say, at the time, I was perfectly happy for it to be a red. I was doing a live stream. I can't remember how I reacted, but I probably went, yes. So I mean, that's probably what happened. Brian says he can't stand
Robbo's not here anymore. It was a bloody red card. Dirty.
Was definitely a red card. Get out of here, Fernandez. We wanted you, but now I'm glad we didn't get you.
But if he comes back on Robbo, it was definitely a yellow. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I was happy it was a red because I can't stand Bruno Fernandes.
I know. Me neither. There's something about his face. I know that's terrible. You can't change your face, right? Like that's just the face that you have.
Oh, he's just a little rat, isn't he?
He didn't choose that face. You gotta. But I do get you. I'm the same way. It bothers me as well.
Should I tell you who he looks like? I'm not sure if you would know this, Colin, but I'm sure AJ. He looks like Roland the Rat. Winds me up. Do you know who Rolling the Rat is, Colin?
No, but I'm gonna Google him.
Oh, it's like a TV show back in, I think it was it early 80s, 90s? I had the teddy bear of him as a kid. Like, that's what Fernandez looks like.
Oh my god.
Hello,
This guy's got a cooler face than Fernandez does. I like his face more.
Yeah, it's either Rolling the Rat or he looks like a womble.
Oh, nice. Let me get Rolling the Rat put up on screen for everybody else so they can see him.
Oh, yeah, if everyone knows Rolling the Rat, that was my favorite thing as a kid.
There he is, everybody,
in
all of his rat glory. That's Wikipedia. No one wants Wikipedia. Ew. But yeah, there he is. I can see it. But he looks less bitchy than Bruno Fernandez does.
Rat, man. Rolling the Rat was quality.
Yeah, seems like a cool guy. I'd be his friend. But let's see what else I've missed in the chat. Chris Peters says Rat Man. It's like Batman, but Rat Man. Yeah. Now that Robbo's gone, we can all say how we really feel. That was a red card all day long. 2 red cards even. Ryan says it's on his face that winds me up. It's this constant whining and petulance. Yes, and whenever he whines, he goes like this. Like his face kind of just smushes together, and yeah, it's.
Well, he just complains about every little thing. I guarantee, like, if it was the other way around, he'd be rolling around on the pitch for ages.
Oh, for sure. Be there now, for sure. Mark Cook is in the house, by the way. I haven't said hey to Mark. Big up, Mark. Put your.
Oh, Colin's frozen. AJ, you still there, or is it just Colin?
That's just Colin.
His internet's so bad, and he works for IT. So yeah, Mark. Oh, was he back?
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Yeah,
I'm back. All right, sorry about that. Mark Cook, though, I put your comments up earlier, but I didn't say hello. So hello, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, everybody. I see the numbers didn't drop, so we didn't lose a bunch of people when I froze. Was I making a funny face?
Yeah, he was. I was just slagging you off, saying you work for IT and your internet's terrible.
I know. I don't work for the same company though that does my internet. It's funny. The company I work for doesn't even offer internet here. It's very interesting. It's an interesting thing.
Very strange.
Look at this. Chris Peters says great show. Thank you. This was all just unscripted. Graham Roberts blew us off, so we're just doing a show anyway, type of thing. And again, sorry, everybody. We really, really, really thought that Graham was going to be here. We thought that Jose was going to be helping me. Mr. Altel Cockerell Jose was going to be here. And it just wasn't in the cards. I'm wondering if maybe whenever they were vetting the channel to see if he could be on, they saw a couple of these and said, no, you can't go on that channel, sir. Could very possibly be it. But who knows?
Yeah, it was just annoying because I double checked him first thing this morning, and he said, "Yeah, I'd probably be on." And then he let me know. I think I've messaged you. Was it around about 10 o'clock or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Goes, because I'm still working for the club, they won't let.
They've said yeah, and it's clearly they won't allow him to do all podcasts. They let him on some. But look at this, Chris Peters, £5 super chat. We never get super chats. Thank you, Chris Peters. Today's show is sponsored by Chris Peters, and he says, night all, big love. Big love back at you, buddy. Hope you and the kiddies and the rest of your family all have a good night, sir. And thank you for being here, man. It means a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate the love.
Yep, I do too. It means a lot. Ryan G says, what a letdown. I know. It was a letdown for me. I was excited. I was literally, after yesterday's interview went so well, I was like, sweet. We got another one already tomorrow.
Yeah, we were buzzing yesterday. Like, all of us were. And then, like, it was nice because Alex messaged straight after to say, like, you guys are awesome. Thank you for, like, letting me come on. And he's happy to come on again. So, but we'll probably bring him on when we win the trophy. So, yeah, exactly.
We're gonna have to clip that where he said that we're winning the trophy this season.
We need to clip that. Yeah,
get that made into a short.
Such a humble guy, and he says he's gonna let us know when he's in London. So
we'll probably we'll probably have him on again. I think so. I would.
Oh no, definitely have him on. But I saw something today on his Instagram. I think he's actually doing a podcast.
I was literally I told my wife yesterday that he needs to do a podcast, and she said with his
something's coming soon, and I think he's doing a pod, but I think it's more obviously on food. So
I think we've inspired him.
yeah, he hasn't had that in the works.
No, it was all decided. He goes, those guys are cool. They seem awesome. I'll probably be just like them, and I think that's why he did it. But Ryan G says that he was quality. To be fair, absolutely. What a guy, says Ryan.
Such a lovely guy. Yeah,
I agree.
And then bit of a man crush.
Fair, yeah, same. And Chris Peters says that he loves Robbo, and so he was sad that we couldn't have had him on the show today.
But it's quite weird though, because Robbo. I don't know how you guys know how I know Robbo is. I started up TikTok because I was bored, and then but to be fair, it's more like mental health just to keep me sane. And then yeah, he kind of started at the same time, so we were just chatting to each other randomly because we were like watching each other's videos. And I just messaged him one day, and then since then we chat quite often. So it's a funny old game, isn't it? Well, am I just talking to myself, Colin?
Oh, Colin.
He does it all the time, doesn't he? I think I know. He's probably gone to the toilet, to be fair. So let's just read some of these out. So we got Big Up Quez. So you can tell Colin does all this stuff. I just talk crap. Big Up Ryan. Oh, his internet's back. Night Ryan.
I'm back.
You got to stop jumping off screen because otherwise, I'm just standing here.
I like it though. I like putting you on the spot. So AJ, we haven't heard anything from you, man. How did you like the interview yesterday? Did you think it was pretty cool? You got to be part of it. You were there.
You guys absolutely smashed it out of the park.
We did. You smashed it out of the park, bro.
He was such a humble guy. And I like that there seems to be a genuine interest from him in the club as well. You know, just because his brother plays for the club, but there doesn't have to be, you know, but there was. And he was talking about the players fondly and talking about Gareth Bale and his
wife kind of getting in on it. That made me really happy too. He got a taste of dinner. That was all cool. It was awesome.
No, it was really good. Something a bit different as well, you know, something a bit different. And I think it was nice to get an insight into him as a person and kind of
definitely. I didn't want to focus too much on Radu because Radu is who everyone like, you know, we all want to know about the Spurs player Radu Dragic, but I also wanted to know, and I think everybody else did too, about the man Alex Dragic. So yeah, I'm glad that we got some questions aimed at him too, and not just Radu. And it was cool learning about like how they, you know, were growing up and their sibling rivalries that may or may not have existed, and you know the sports they all played, and it was really good stuff, man. And yeah, hopefully we can get them on again, and hopefully we can get some more interviews going. I'd say we could probably get a hold of some more people that we could get interviewed on the channel. That's all Jamie though.
Yeah, I'm working on stuff in the background. I'm not putting anything up yet because Graham's irritated me a little bit.
We got burned. We don't want to get burned again. We don't want to get burned again.
Do you know how long it took to do that friggin' thumbnail? So, but yeah, no, we can look. But I want people's suggestions who they want on, because I just don't want to choose like a random dude or woman. I
want Sandro as well. Yeah, Sandro's.
I'm working on that one. It's been quite tough because he's constantly busy.
Yeah, it's true. He works for the club as well, doesn't he, or does he not?
No, he does, but he does a lot of stuff on the cheese room. So I can. Oh, cool. We can speak with them because obviously they.
Well, I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to stop playing that Daniel Levy gif then, because.
I would.
I'm done.
He isn't watching this now until he's come on.
True.
True. Whoever you guys want, just let me know. Then I can do like a little list, because I'm sure I can get Mickey Hazard, because I had him on my old channel before.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
I would love
Harry Redknapp
to get Harry Redknapp.
Ryan, Harry Redknapp.
I think he would cost too much, so I need more super chats in there to get Harry.
I don't know. Hey, I gotta play it now. I gotta play it.
There's not been much wheeling and dealing,
No,
yeah.
I'm not wheeling and dealing. No, fuck off.
Love it. I still can't believe he actually said that. What a man. What a man. Yeah, Ryan G would love it. And then Chris Peters, look at this. Get King, Sandro, Dawson. Yeah, the only problem is that they all work for the club, and so I'm not sure if Graham Roberts wasn't allowed today. I don't know if they would be either, but we definitely will try.
Say, like, Ledley doesn't normally do so. He done one on Holly Hotspurs, but I think that she got invited to do one with him. So
Holly's cool. Holly Hotspurs. She's got a cool channel.
Yeah, no, she does. I was watching some of her stuff today because
same. We were both seeing if Graham Roberts was actually on other podcasts.
I was doing my research and I saw him on there a few times. So, but yeah,
same.
But Dawson, I would love to have Michael Dawson because I met him at the old training ground in Chigwell. He's such a lovely guy.
Nice. Dawson. Sorry, Dawson. I get a chance to use it. I get a chance to do the the Dawson thumbs up.
I'll tell you who I did reach out to, and I sent message to Ozzy Ardiles.
Ooh, boy.
And Ramon Vega. They both read the message, but they never responded. So we have to push a little bit because Ozzy, I would love to have Ozzy.
Well, that would be unreal. Unreal. Yeah. There would be no shortage of people who would want to come on and ask questions for that one. Yeah, for sure.
AJ, who would you like to see on?
One of my favorite Spurs players, certainly of my lifetime, of my generation, was Ledley King. But you'd never get Ledley King. He's always busy, and he's the club ambassador. He's just. I think there would be restrictions around having him on. I think he'd only
maybe if we got the questions vetted first, and it probably couldn't be live. We would probably have to pre-record and then have the questions vetted by somebody.
Daniel would probably want some money up front money. So
I could come up with a bit of scratch, but not a ton. Chris Peters says
he's under the sofa, but no.
What about Robinson, England's number 1?
Let me see if he's got information.
Yeah, take a look. This is cool, guys. I like the chilled out vibe we've got going today. Very, very nice. Personally,
I'll tell you who I'd love to have on. One of my favorite players I'd love to have on is David Ginola. I love that man.
Oh yeah, dude. Nice, good call.
He's one guy I would love to have.
Dude, let's get. If we're just shooting for the stars, Berbatov, that'd be hilarious. Can you imagine him on it? Can you imagine Dimitar Berbatov on a podcast? Just any podcast. I don't even care. I just want to see him on a podcast. I think that would be maybe the funniest thing of all time. I wonder if he would be as.
I think we need to reach out to Chris Callan because he seems to get everybody. And Dimitar's been on his, but he goes to every single game. He goes abroad as well. So
who? Berbatov?
No, Chris Callan.
Oh well, Chris Callan's big time. Yeah. If I lived over there, man, we'd be chasing them all around too. Maybe I need to make the move, but I don't think I could get a visa. I don't think they'd let me stay. Yunus Kabul, that's a good idea. Ryan G's just throwing him out there. Chimpanda, and he says, "I'm just naming randomers now." I like it. And then he says, "No getting Robbie Keane, please." Why is that? I don't get it. Oh, okay. See. I wasn't aware. That shows my ignorance. Oops. But wait. So who did you say? Did you say Jan Vertonghen?
You never get Vertonghen.
I don't think. I don't know. Yeah, probably not. Vertonghen does seem like he's the type that would get online and poke around and watch YouTube videos. Look, play on Reddit.
He plays that, doesn't he? Yeah.
Does he? I don't know. I thought that he had retired. I don't know. Let me Google it. I'm Googling it.
I'm sure he's still. I don't know where. Because there was a thing I watched. He was mic'd up while he was playing.
He plays for Anderlecht. No way. Cool. Interesting.
Okay, I think tomorrow then I'll literally just message so many people, and wherever I get back, I get back.
Look at this. There's all kinds of names. Benoit Suakato. That would be cool. Since he couldn't hardly be fucked to play football, I don't know if we could get him to come on a podcast. But
he's got a quality goal against Liverpool, though.
Dude, yes. I mean, I wasn't saying he was bad. I'm just saying he didn't like football. He said it himself. He's like, I'm just good at this. He's like, it's my job. You know, they would be like, hey, we're gonna play against United today. Are you worried about so and so? And he'd be like, I don't even know who that is. There's plenty of funny stories about Benoit Suakato. He was not a football fan, although he was a player.
But no, David Bentley's not a bad shout because I think I reached out to him before, but it's hard because the only way I can go after them is if they've got social media and they have an email attached. Because like a message on Instagram, it's not a problem, but it's just sometimes they just don't freaking answer, which irritates me.
I get it though. Do you know how many? They probably get so many of those. You know.
Oh yeah, I was quite lucky to get
Alex.
So
yeah. Again, if you're seeing this, Alex, I bet you're not, but if you are, thanks again, buddy. Big up. It was wonderful, super wonderful having you on.
It'll be 1:25 in the morning there, so he'll be asleep, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's getting rest for tomorrow's day at the restaurant. Mel Bronk.
Oh, I remember when we got him from Fulham. He was quality.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We've had some wonderful midfielders. We've been blessed. Why can't I think of Huddleston? Tom Huddleston? That would be cool. But yeah, Harry Redknapp is the dream. ABB would be funny. That would be a cool one. We could talk a lot about Gareth Bale with him. Let's just try for
ABB
Gareth Bale.
would be good.
Yeah, he might do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, if I got Gareth Bale, yeah, that's fine.
That Gareth guy, he's probably not busy. We know he's
not busy. He's probably playing some golf somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, it is just Tim Sherwood. Oh my God, Tim Sherwood.
Could you imagine the whole show will be about? Oh, I gave Kane his debut. Yeah, it was all about me.
Would he be wearing the zip up? The vest.
To be fair though, he kind of rocked that look at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you a story about Tim Sherwood. I pissed him off once because we used to live really close to the training ground when I was younger, the old training ground like Chigwell.
Yeah.
So I was probably about 15, 20 minutes from there. And obviously the players were coming out and there's me like as a little kid. And he just came out in his 4x4 and I just put my elbow in his car to take a picture. And I remember my brother saying, he goes, the look he gave you is like, what the fuck are you doing on my car? Like he wanted to knock me out. It was just
at least he didn't spit on you like a certain pundit that we know.
No, but it was just so funny because I literally just went, "Oh yeah, okay," and then he was like, "What are you doing?"
You know who I'm talking about with the spitting, though, right?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Name, yeah. He shares a first name with you.
Yeah, JC. Good old JC.
Yeah. Good old JC. How he still has a career after that, though, it boggles the mind.
I like this is probably far field. I like Carragher on Sky Sports. I think him and Neville go quite well, and I like him on the overlap. But I tell you what annoyed me though, when we played United, I was really looking forward to Roy Keane and all the others, like the big pundits. And we didn't have any of them. I was so annoyed because Roy Keane. I love Roy Keane as a pundit. I just think he's hilarious,
and he's a Spurs fan too, right? I think he support or at least did when he was a kid supported Spurs.
Yeah, I think he is like a Spurs fan, like because obviously he's from Cork and stuff. Spurs are quite big over there. But no, I was hoping he'd be on there because they're like, just do the basics, do your job. But nothing. They had crappy pundits on.
Yeah, they sure did. We smashed United. Robbo's gone. We can say it. We smashed United. I don't care. They couldn't have been in any worse form than we are. I mean, I don't know. Just the fact that people are trying to downplay that by saying it's the worst United team in X amount of years, or Ten Hag doesn't know what he's doing. That made me so mad. Robbo's gone. We can talk freely.
I think Ten Hag should stay because was it Ange has played against them 3 times now. He's undefeated, isn't he, against Man United?
Yeah.
Because we 1-0, 2-2, and then now 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably just jinxed myself now. They're probably going to come back and batter us at home.
But, they're gonna have they're really gonna want to. You know what I mean? They're gonna want to make up for that for sure. It's just annoying now because we've got the game on Thursday and then we've got
Brighton, which isn't going to be an easy game.
No.
But then we've got
international break.
I hate international break. Like
Yeah.
international football, I just fallen out of love with it. It's pointless friendlies that you get injured.
Yeah, absolutely.
it's-
The only cool thing is I get to see what and I don't even know if the United States national teams play. I don't know anything. I know so little about the United States national team, but it's cool that I get to see Pochettino again, and I don't have to hate him because he's not managing Chelsea. So
yeah, but I don't think I could ever hate Poch. Like even though he went Chelsea, I still got like a little soft spot for him. I don't think he should come back because obviously I think he's had that now. But yeah, I still like Poch. I've got nothing against him.
Look at this. Ryan says, with the way our season started, the international break is growing on me. Yeah, you guys might well do good with a break and then hopefully come back.
What was the result? Because I can't remember the result. What was the result for Wolves last game?
Let me look it up.
Because I can't remember who they played.
Ryan.
Because I think they lost because they've only got 1 point out of 6, haven't they?
So their most recent match was against Liverpool, 2-1, and I think it was 1-1. I think it was 1-1 for a long time. I think Liverpool scored late. Let me check.
But to be fair, to be fair to Ryan,
it was a penalty
because they've had some really hard fixtures in the first 6 games.
Yeah. Look at this.
Hopefully they can go on a bit of a run now. Yeah, because it's they've not had it easy.
Equalized and gave away a pen straight away. Man, that does suck. That had to have been hard to watch, Ryan. But you're a good supporter. Yeah, you haven't jumped ship. You don't slag off your own team. You're a good man. You're a good dude. And you're always here, and we appreciate that. I think you secretly support Spurs. I keep saying it. I think you do. But that I don't mind one bit.
We'll take you. Like we said, we'll take Robbo. If he wants to join Spurs, he can join us.
Absolutely.
Be like, what was it? Was it Toy Story? Like one of us.
Exactly. Ryan G says he celebrated, one upstairs for a piss, and came down, and they were 2-1 down. Sheesh. And then Chris says he's got tickets to Spurs Legends at Southend in February. That'd be awesome, bro. Nice.
I didn't know there was a Spurs Legend game. So
no, I didn't either.
I used to live because obviously I used to live in Essex, but obviously I moved into Surrey now. But I'd love to go to that. Yeah,
that sounds really, really cool. Take some awesome pictures, Chris. Grab a video if you can. I'd slip you a $5 for a sweet video. Throw up on the channel.
I'm saying, yeah, Chris. Do you know what Legends are playing? Because is the ticket still available? Let me know because I wouldn't mind trying to go into that.
What up? Nick is here. Are you at practice? This is Nick that was on the show with us earlier. Roundtable Talk. This is his channel. Nick, promote your channel if you don't mind. Throw your link in. I don't have it handy.
I was going to say, who's that guy that pops up? I was watching his video because he came down for his American guy. Is it Mile High guy?
Leo, Mile High Hotspur? Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously I was doing stuff to try and figure out why we got screwed over with Graham Roberts. And his video came up because he came to London for the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting because he did like a vlog. I'm not sure if he came on his own or with a partner and whatnot.
I think he might have came by himself, if I'm not mistaken.
It was quite an interesting video because I see him in the chat every now and then.
I'm frozen again. That might be our signal.
No, you're not frozen. I can see you.
I'm here. Okay, good. I was going to say that might be our signal that it's almost time to end it all. To end the show tonight. My internet keeps crapping out, but
Chris, if you can get me the link, that'd be awesome. Are you on Twitter or Instagram? You can just send it over that way.
Yeah, or just send it to me, Chris, on the phone, and I'll send it to Jamie.
Yeah,
just WhatsApp me, Chris, and I'll get it to Jamie, and I can give you Jamie's number. You guys can talk, be pals.
We're pals. Nice.
Yeah. Everyone could use more pals in their life, I think.
Yeah, that's very true.
Ryan G saying great stream, guys.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Like we said, it's no Graham Roberts interview, but it is the next best thing, which is Colin, Jamie, AJ, and Bravo. You can't beat it. And look at this. He's got you the link already.
Legend.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Colin, can you clip that so we can check
Yeah.
that out afterwards?
I sure will. And then Ryan says he's got to go anyway. Take care, guys. And then
Ryan, appreciate
the front wheel skid. Hey, I know you. If I'm not mistaken, this is JBG's partner, Johnny Bethnal Green's partner. Says,
nice.
yeah, she's enjoyed tonight. Big up. Thank you so much. And keep having him release his videos. I'm loving Johnny Bethnal Green's content. It is controversial in the best way possible. He just goes at it, and I love it. So everybody, make sure that you check it out. I'll show you once we get over. Like once this is over, I'll show you in the back room. It's.
I just got sorry. I got to see. Mate, this is going to laugh. Hosted by Graham Roberts.
You could say, Graham, what happened? What happened to you, man?
Like, Graham, you dick. What the hell's going on?
It's me, Jamie, the guy you blew off.
Don't you give me your phone number? I text you and you ignore me. How dare you?
Yeah, it left you on red like a chick that's no longer interested.
I was at the game for Carabag, and I said to him, he said, "Drop me a message, and I'll come and meet you." Because I was in block 504 with my brother and his girlfriend. Nothing. And I was like, because I was supposed to meet Sandra as well, but I know Sandra was crazy busy. Because obviously, I think with the delay by half an hour. But no, when I got 2 ticks, fucking fuming. I was like, "How dare you?"
He realized our channel was not as big as he initially thought. He was like, "Oh shit, these guys aren't big time. I can't be on their show." But we're not big time yet. But we're working on it.
We can say the same thing. The name on the back is big on the front. Yeah. Like, we're Colin and Jamie. Don't ruin my day.
No,
it's lucky Spurs won.
Don't you do it. But look, with King and Aussie Idealists. So
Colin, you're gonna have to come down in February, and then we can go.
I'm definitely frozen now. Dang it!
You're not frozen. I can see you. I think okay. No, I think he's frozen now. Oh, Colin. So normally I would say I can take over stuff but I haven't got access to all the banners and the music. Well, I probably do, and I just don't know where it is. So we're gonna give it a second. Hi guys, it's Jamie from Two Sides of the Pitch podcast. Myself and Colin have teamed up with Alloy Collectors as our new channel sponsor. We're extremely happy to have them on board. They've given us this fantastic little niche market which has never been done before in a metal shirt jersey. It comes flat packed or pre-made. Obviously we've got the Spurs one because we're a Spurs content channel, but they've also got the likes of West Ham, Chelsea, PSG and Inter Milan. They've also got other clubs that they're talking to, so keep an eye out on their website for that. It's very simple to put together. You get all the information in here so you can put the name on the back. We've gone with the likes of Mickey van der Ven. It's the perfect gift for the perfect football fan. With Christmas also coming up, if you want to save some money, use our discount code 2sides to get 15% off. All the links are in our bio, including their website, so please check it out and get this fantastic merch.